And when you take the action, I promise, this is something that you want to know. Failure is not bad, right? Failure is not bad, which leads me to number 2. Fail at something. But even though I'm saying fail at something, I want to make sure this is clear. Don't fail at the same thing. It could be towards the same thing, but you're not going to fail at the same thing.
Now, you're Rolling with Jones.
You are now rolling with Jones. And if you can, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit that like. But as you know, this channel, we're definitely here to help get the mindset up, transform into where we want to be at, turn our job into an investor. If you're thinking about doing something, stop it. Stop it. Literally just go take action. So I have a 3-step process. Take action, fail, and identify. And we're going to talk about all 3 of those right now, right? So the first thing you want to do, take action. Like, taking action really helps you to plunge the things that you want to do. It literally helps you to elevate into the direction that you want to be at. We have to understand where we want to be at. And once we understand where we want to be at, I'm talking about high level. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I want to live in this kind of house. I want to drive this kind of car. I want to live this kind of life. When we know where we want to be at, point blank period, just taking action. Like, honestly, I think Michael Jordan said he said it the best. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeeded. So at the end of the day, when you really think about it, he took action. He took action. He just kept doing it over and over and over again. And a lot of y'all that don't take action, the reason y'all are where y'all at, because y'all decided to quit. Y'all decided to sit here and talk yourself out of something. Y'all decided to sit here and talk to yourself and say, man, I can't do this because I don't know how. I don't know what to do. And y'all just figure out any excuse in the world. Y'all think about ideas, but never display the things to go ahead and do. Like, the choice is yours to make right now, and take the immediate action and make something happen. Go fail at something. But in order to fail, you have to take action. So ask yourself, I like to ask anybody this. From this year to last, so last year, have you failed more last year than you did this year? And if the answer is no, that means you're doing something right. If you failed less last year than now, that means you're doing something right because you're doing more things. But if you failed more last year than you did this year, you need to catch up. You need to keep failing at more things, because the more you fail, right, that means the more action that you put in. And honestly, I want you to even think about this too. The action that you put in is going to display how much you want to succeed. Stop being the person that's saying things and be the person that's doing the things. You gotta want to change. If there's a why that you have in your heart, you gotta understand what that why is. You need to display it. You need to make it happen. You need to do it right now, because there's a purpose in your life to help somebody else's. You have to take the action. And when you take the action, I promise, this is something that you want to know. Failure is not bad, right? Failure is not bad, which leads me to number 2. Fail at something. But even though I'm saying fail at something, I want to make sure this is clear. Don't fail at the same thing. It could be towards the same thing, but you're not going to fail at the same thing. I think, let me get some more clarification. So if I was to play a game of basketball and it was my first time ever playing basketball, the thing that I wanted to be able to do is take action in playing the game of basketball. Cool. I might suck. That's cool. That's all handy and dandy, right? I might suck at every single thing I do. But I also need to have a purpose. I need to say, you know what? I suck more at dribbling. In order for me to even get to the basket, I need to learn how to dribble. So what I want to go ahead and do is start practicing dribbling more. I want to take some action in practicing dribbling. I need to take action and getting my handles together. I need to take action and get my coordination. So what I'm doing right now, I am taking more action in the dribbling part. So when I go back and play the game of basketball, what I won't fail at is dribbling the ball. I won't fail at dribbling. Now, could it be better? Yeah, of course, we'll practice on that. But I'm not going to fail at the dribbling part. Now, what I might fail at next is shooting the ball. Okay, cool. Guess what? Guess what I got to do? I need to make sure that I start practicing shooting the ball. Now I'm shooting I find out if I'm shooting at the free throw. I'm finding out if I need to shoot at the three-point line. I need to find out if I'm shooting inside the circle. I need to figure out where's my shooting angle come from, how the release is coming out of my hand. Am I going to hit the back of the backboard? Am I hitting the square? Whatever it looks like, I need to be more focused on that. I am going to be practicing on shooting no matter what, by any means necessary. Rain can't stop me. Tiredness can't stop me. Excuses can't stop me. I am going to make sure that I practice my all and do all I can at shooting that basket. Guess what happens? Now I get back into the game. I'm back into the game. I'm dribbling the ball. Now I'm dribbling the ball. Cool. I'm shooting the ball. Oh, guess what? I made a couple baskets. Can I do better? Yes. But I'm not failing at it now. I definitely achieved some things. I'm dribbling to the basket. I'm making those shots. Right? So I'm not failing at the same thing. Because I decided to sit here and take action. So we got to be able to fail at some of these things. And like I said, the list go on. It's either my defense ain't that good, so I need to learn how to block. I need to sit here and learn how to steal. Whatever that is, I need to start doing. And that kind of gets me to my third point, which is identifying. Identify what you have failed at. We already talked about a couple things, right? We identified if it was the game of basketball, learning how to dribble, because I can learn how to shoot all day, but if I can't get close enough to the basket, it doesn't matter. So learning how to dribble, then learning how to shoot, learning how to block, learning how to steal. I'm identifying these things. So the whole art of failure is to identify what you're failing at. But in order to fail at anything, you have to take action. Are y'all getting what I'm putting down right now? In order to sit here and fail, you have to take action. In order to identify what to be great at, you have to fail at something. So take action, fail, and identify. And once you do those three things, I promise nothing but success will happen. It has to happen. It really has to happen. So take immediate action in anything you do. Fail at something and then identify. The more that we identify something, I promise we will go further in life. So what have you identified last year, right, that you probably failed at, that you didn't identify this year? You need to think about it. I want you to sit back and really, truly think about that. What have I failed at last year that I need to identify and take action on this year? And once you get that down packed, I promise a lot of things will open up. A lot of doors will open up. And once those doors open up, you need to announce yourself and you need to make every possible thing count, right? You got to make it count. It's all up to you. But let's talk about identifying a little bit more. How do you identify anything? Well, I need to put my eyes on it. I need to be more intentional about what my end goal is. What do I want my result to look like, right? And once you identify that, then you know what to sit here and put more attention to. So let's just talk about simple. If you want to identify my age, there's a couple things that you probably want to do. You probably will look at a person and be like, you might not look 18. Okay, cool. Next thing you probably want to do is say, hey, can I check your ID? When they pull out the ID, you don't just look at the card. You look for a specific place in the card. All that information in the card doesn't matter until you look at the date of birth. Once you look at the date of birth, you're then identifying that date of birth matches who you are, and then it displays how old you are as well. Now I identified your age. So I want y'all to be able to take that same analogy with anything in life. How do you identify your failures? Well, first you got to know where to look at. You got to know what question to ask, right? And then you need to know, honestly, how to do the math to it too. So you got the date of birth, but you got to do if it's 1995 minus 2003, what does that equate? Like, you have to know how to do the math. So there's a couple combinations that you need to know what to do as well. But point blank period, which makes the most sense, is you need to be able to truly understand what it is that you're looking for, what your end result looks like. Once you understand the end result and you understand what it is that you need to be doing, you'll start moving to those directions. You'll start making the right move. So it's all up to you. It's all up to you to take that in, to make that count, to sit here and look at yourself and say, this is where I want to be. So I need to do A, B, C, D. So if you got any value out of what we just talked about right now, please do yourself a favor. Share this with somebody. I got a goal. I got a goal to be able to sit here and help everybody in this world to be the best them possible, but I know I can't do it on my own. I need you. I need your help. So if you got any value out of this, please send it to somebody else and ask them to share with somebody else as well. Because what I know, you know. So once again, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and make sure you smash on that notification bell as well. So once again, I want to say thank you, and thank you for rolling with Jones.